You know, when I was doing research about you before the thing at this conference, you come off as fairly monosyllabic and surly in interviews. What's up with that?
How do you mean?
You just, when people ask you questions, you answer in one-word sentences. Are you secretly shy?
I could be. You know, that's the first time I've been told that.
Not read your own press?
No.
Oh.
Never have. I don't like watching anything I've filmed either. Because I find it really hard to watch stuff I've done without poking huge holes in it and things like that. But generally, do you know, people mostly tell me that I need to shorten my answers.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, maybe you're being edited.
I could be, you never know.
So, if you don't watch your own, work, how do you progress as an actor?
Well, I think an actor told me once that as an actor, you've got to draw on experiences that you've had in your own life. So, different characters that you sort of take in and try and create as a person, regardless of what your specific technique is. What it really comes down to is your ability to transform emotions and emotional experiences and physical experiences that you've had in your own life to create the same in that character. You know? So if you've had a few hard experiences in your life and you need to portray a character that's had many hard experiences, you need to amplify different bits and turn down other bits. So I think the only way for an actor to progress is just through practice. You need to just act as much as you can and experience as much as you can.
How did you make the transition from in front of the camera to behind screen?
I kind of just ran into the owner of the company one day and was talking about stuff and said that I really wanted to get involved with the behind the scenes work. I think it basically just came down to an understanding. You know, I didn't really know a lot of how that side of things worked, and I wanted it to make it easier for me as an actor to understand how they do it. Because once you sort of get an idea of how various shots and pictures are put together and directors do the job, it makes it a lot easier as an actor to help them make you look right.
So it makes the transition easier.
Yeah. I think it'd be very difficult if you just came from a background where you just one day out of the blue decided that you wanted to become a part of the industry. Starting as an actor made it a lot easier to understand how they worked once I got into it.
And where do you see yourself going in the industry?
I don't know. I've never really chased my place in the industry. It's kind of, my life has been a lot of opportunities that have just sort of flown past and I've grabbed it and so if that means one day I end up doing movies, then that would be pretty cool. If I end up being a builder, then that's fine with me too. I really don't mind it. I don't know what I'm doing next week. Yeah. So, yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Are you interested in music at all? Because I noticed that on the track soundtrack you do some vocal work.
Yeah, not professionally, I don't think. I play guitar and stuff, but that's just. My mother was very musical, and I sort of got that from her. And I don't know, I just enjoyed playing in my own space.
I wondered because your filmography, or maybe this was a play, you did things like The Magic Flute and Carmen. And
yeah, that was a very long time ago. I was a little kid. And that was kind of like the start of my acting career. I kind of fell into that. I was in a school choir in primary school, which ended up doing this sort of Christmas concert with this lady called Dame Alvina Major, who was quite famous in New Zealand, which ended up with the Auckland Opera Society ringing up the school going, look, they're doing this opera, if anyone from the choir wants to do an audition. I saw Hate Beats delivering papers, and ended up getting in, and it sort of just kind of carried on from there. You know, they bring up and say we're doing another one for an audition.
How old are you now?
22.
22. How does it feel to be one of the older cast members?
I don't know, I got a little bit of Peter Pan syndrome. I don't really want to grow up too much. I'm quite happy just cruising. So it's easy in some ways, and it's kind of hard in others. I think the hardest thing is working for a company for so long. It's hard not to be dad. It's hard not to kind of try and give advice for us.
Oh.
You know?
Okay.
Yeah, without going into things too much.
I see. Alright. Well, on the subject of advice, if your character were to give you advice, what kind of advice would your character give you?
To be honest, I don't know if I would want to hear any of Zoot's advice.
You don't think it'd be useful in any way, shape, or
No,
form?
I think he's a fairly intelligent person that's just been warped through experience. I think he took the death of his father very, very badly. And you know, through the course of the storyline, a lot of people in the storyline didn't quite understand or realise the full scope of the situation when the virus first hit. Zoot, who was originally Martin, was one of the first characters to kind of sort of stand up and go, look man, this is pretty serious, you know. Although we're all being told to calm down, everyone's dying, everyone's going psycho. Do you not realise that the whole world is going to be very, very different in a short space of time? So he used that to his advantage to take control, sort of give himself this position of power.
Do you think he's irredeemable?
I don't think anybody's irredeemable. I think that everybody's born with a good soul. What you do with it and how you grow as a person through life is both up to you and up to the people around you. So I think he, like, especially in the scenes before he actually died, I think he was getting to a point where he was getting ready to maybe leave the anarchy behind a little bit.
Really? How's that?
Well, I think seeing his child softened him a lot. You know, there was a point there where it went from power and chaos to, oh my god, like, okay, the world's pretty different, but there's still life coming through. And that made a lot of difference. And I think that was the reason he came out to face Legs, even though there's a lot of people there that weren't keen on him, and he had no backup whatsoever, you know?
Right.
So I think that was kind of like his Darth Vader picking up the evil Emperor moment, you know? That was kind of like his, okay, cool, just came out, and yeah, it ended badly for him. But, yeah, I don't think he was irredeemable. He had a chance.
Alright, thank you.
Right.